We leave for 1 second, man. What'd you do?
I think you need an alignment, damn it.
What's up, guys? We've been doing some more work to the Dune Buggy today. We just got all of the interior pulled out of this thing. We got both seats out, the harnesses, and then these were the side pieces that kind of lined the inside of the buggy. They used to have some fabric on there with some sort of design, and the back of them is just made out of sheet metal. Those were just Zeus clipped to the inside of the buggy, but we got all that stuff out and we're getting ready to power wash this thing out and get all the dirt and grime out of the inside of this thing. We also got the fuel cell pulled out because our original plan with the cell was to take it out and get it all cleaned out and get all the gunk out of there because our lines were getting clogged and it was kind of breaking up and stuff like that. But when we went to pull the fuel cell apart, we found this nasty bag in there completely falling apart, and the inside of it is just completely disgusting. So we ripped that guy out, and what we are going to be doing is we are going to kind of redo the fuel cell a little bit to make it work better for us. So we took this top piece off right here, and all I'm going to be doing is making a brand new top piece for it, weld it on, and then instead of using the inline pump, we're actually going to switch to a 450 Walbro in-tank. This will be much quieter and it will clean up a lot of lines, and we don't need the pump outside of the cell anymore. And these are good for over 600 horsepower, so that's all we'll ever need. So we'll just make a new top for this thing, and then we'll reuse this little top part right here with the lid and stuff, and then we'll just hang the pump right off the end of that line right there. We still have our bulkheads to go off of, the return can go right back in, and then we'll just have our new plate just like that. But right now I'm waiting on a guy to drop off a piece of aluminum plate. Our buddy Randy has a whole bunch of metal. He's just down the street, so he's gonna be bringing us a piece of aluminum so we can redo the fuel cell, and then we're just gonna clean out the inside really good, get all the gunk out of there, and then we'll just fill it right up and be ready to go. But this is what she looks like without all of the interior. You can see the bars behind where those panels were at. The fuel cell was sitting right here, and she was definitely really dirty underneath the seats and everything, all the dirt and just everything from sitting. It even had this huge wasp nest under there, so you know this thing's been sitting in a field for a good amount of time. But we're gonna go ahead and fire up the power washer, try to get this cleaned out as best we can.
Bringing the razzle back.
Give her the dazzle back. Whoa. Before and after on the floor panels.
Looks way different, bro.
Yeah.
Look at you on this side.
Look at this side compared to that side. We just got her all power washed out, and she's starting to clean up pretty good. Look at the floors.
Looks real good.
Starting to get her dazzle back. There was so much gunk in this thing.
There's so much like clay and whatever else. Like
dude, all this stuff on the ground back here, it's hard to see mixed in with all the water. Look at all that just muck that came off of this thing.
all this stuff underneath it.
All the dirt, all the plants and dead bugs, and
3 years of garbage.
all right, so we just got our piece of aluminum dropped off, and I already went ahead and cut these sides off of it to make it match our original piece. So it is the same dimensions as the old one, except this one is much thicker because we're going to be tapping some screws into this one. So Randy dropped this off for us, and he had it already cut out at the perfect square. So just 2 cuts and then it was done. And then this guy will be welded on to the top of this, just like that. And then I took this piece, this was off that old nasty sack, and then
It sounded weird.
wrong.
Hey, but it's the truth.
that was a nasty sack. But this is gonna go right here. I just used this to trace this out, because then once I cut that out, this piece will sit inside of that, and then it'll still have a lip to hold this, and then we can drill our holes, and then this piece will drop down in there. Our pump will go on the end of that. Weld it all down, bolt that on there, run the wires to our 450, which this is the old one out of Honda because we don't need it anymore. And then we'll also have this little sock on here, which will also add some filtration to our system. And then after we do all that, it should be running strong again, because that's the only issue we really had. It was breaking up because there was a whole bunch of stuff in the lines. We'd always air blow them out and stuff would come out. So we go through the fuel system and we think that the buggy will be running 100%. All right, guys, got the fuel cell all done last night, and this morning I came and put everything back together, got the pump in there, got the lines all plugged back in and everything, and she is ready to go. I already fired it up, and I actually took it for a quick rip, and it is running way better than it was. And I also got the intake back on. Need to find a filter for that guy. But yeah, she is back up and ripping, and we are just about ready to take this thing for another test drive. I also did bring Wago today because we have a special guest. They kind of have some beef.
I heard we're having a death match, so so give Wago a second go, see if he can handle it. Apparently we're supposed to duke it out according to your fans.
Yeah, I'm supposed to fight James for hurting Wago, but I don't know. I think Wago's still maybe a little salty about it, but
Me and this car have a connection now. You know? It's like one of those things when you blow up a car, you become bonded with that car. You know?
They have
It
a very
survived. I
special
did drive
connection.
it once after that.
Yeah, and
this
she
will
was
be
good.
The second attempt at keeping it together.
Well, maybe before Wago, what do you think about taking a...
ripping this? You know, this thing is sweet.
Will the Dune Buggy survive against James?
I seen the video, and what Brent did to it was pretty extreme. I saw like 15 clutch kicks when he was out there trying to rip it
Yeah,
around.
trying to get it to stand up.
So, you know, it survived that, so it should be all right.
Oh yeah, well I think she's ready for you.
Well, let's rip
Let's
it.
fire this thing up. I also did throw a towel on this seat just so you wouldn't get as dirty, because these seats are really nasty. Oh, and James did bring me a monster.
I did bring a monster.
So thank you for that. You know me
I thought
so
you
well.
needed the energy in case you're punching me, not drywall.
But yeah, dude, we're also gonna need some goggles because it's pretty dusty out there. But
Definitely need goggles on these off-road.
yeah, we got some goat heads back there, and the tires fling them up, so you don't want to catch one of those in your eye.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, just ignition and start. She's ready to go.
Oh yeah.
It's mainly that one right there, but if you follow this little path, you'll kind of be good. It's running way better though.
Hey, this thing's fast.
That pump fixed everything.
Oh yeah.
Dude, it rips
Yeah,
now.
This thing gets it now.
Dude, it's running so good now.
It's so cool when you're coming towards us.
It runs good now. Making some power.
This thing rips.
It's sweet.
I needed one.
And it survived the James test.
Yeah, I was out there.
She's good to go.
Yeah, this one definitely needs some rebuild. It's dripping some oil.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this back shock is...
You could feel it, like it clipped. That wheel clipped a prairie dog hole, and you could hear it. It's like boom, just shot his bottoms out.
The fronts, you don't even feel
But-
the prairie
no,
dog
you don't. Dude, it eats
holes.
those. Like how uneven
They're
it is
big
right there.
too.
Dude, it eats it like no problem.
Dude, the pump is working so good now.
Oh, this thing rips. Didn't break up not once. Ready?
Yep. Can hear it down in
Thing
there.
in there is ripping.
It's ripping. 450. It is probably starting to get a little low on gas, but we should be good for some more rips.
Where we going? Hell yeah, dude!
Dude, this thing.
It's so fun, dude.
It's sick.
Glad you got to rip it, man. Can't wait till we put a little turb ski on there.
Oh, dude, turn around. Be ridiculous. I can't wait to see you put on a tire and wheelie it.
Yeah, like he has the the slicks off the coal truck will bolt right up to this.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So, and we got the big paddles
We'll
for the
put
sand
those on
dunes.
next to go hit the road.
I made a promise and I lied. I told Jamie he was the next one to drive it.
Jamie.
Yeah, it's close enough, right?
Holy shit, that was fun.
You're gonna want to.
Yeah, sorry, Jamie. I meant James was the next one to drive it. You're going right now.
Next.
You're up. You gotta follow the road, dude.
Oh, bro, go off, bro.
Wait, hold on. Oh, the lid came off the thing. I'm getting all wet.
Oh, damn.
Bring her back. I was like, what is spraying me right now? We blew out our shock.
I told you if I drove it, I'd break it.
It's not bad. The top of the canister came off and it's spraying all over me.
Oh, dude, it's when he creamed that prairie dog hole.
That prairie dog hole did it.
Like, you could see how
We gotta find
there's no
parts.
there
The
wasn't.
parts gotta be out there.
It's out there somewhere.
This one wasn't full of oil because you could see it
Yeah.
from behind. Every little bump, this thing just bouncing
Look
like
at-
crazy.
Look at this. That's how it's been the whole time.
Yeah, this thing
I
is
got blasted with all the little
stamp right here,
chokeheads.
certified ripper.
I can't even imagine it turboed. It's getting so
This
freaking
is
fast.
just a stock J series, right?
Stock.
There's nothing done to it.
As far as we know, it's just 100% stock.
And it's not even the powerful one.
Yeah,
Not either.
it's the 3.5 out of the minivans, same as the Odyssey over there.
This isn't even the strong one.
Yeah, because isn't there two of them? One that
There's,
like race higher.
the J32A2 definitely makes more like to the tire.
Dude, this thing is definitely faster than that Razor too.
Oh yeah.
The turbo, because he tuned a Razor, made like 180, 190 to the tire. This thing would, I think it would beat it for sure.
It's
Absolutely.
fast. Super impressed right now. That was a lot of fun tonight.
This is one of the best buys ever.
Yeah, I can't even believe you were like, I don't know, guys.
There's no dollar amount for how much fun this thing is.
No.
It's priceless fun. This blew out.
Well,
of it.
that's the valving.
That's like the piston that
Yeah.
goes
Yep,
inside of
that's
there.
another part of it.
Yeah, we need all this. So yeah, this stuff just
Missing a
blew out.
snap ring that goes in the groove in here.
This just fell inside of the car.
Yeah,
So-
Sean went walking and he came back and
I'll
then
just,
we found it there.
no, I'll leave it out for now.
Here's a nut.
Yeah, we're just
There's
driving
something.
and all of a sudden Kyle's like, what am I getting sprayed with?
I'm pretty
We'll
sure
look over
this is the fourth or fifth vehicle that I've driven here on this jump box.
Oh yeah, that jump box gets around.
Golf cart. Pretty sure it was in Wago one of the times.
I think it was in when you drove it. I actually just bought Wago a new battery this morning,
Wow.
just for today,
Holy
because
cow,
it was
wow.
running on that.
Kyle bought a brand new battery?
2020. Kyle's coming. Kyle's coming.
Kyle must have been
Watch
abducted
out.
last night and replaced by an alien body because he don't run new
Bought a
batteries.
new battery.
I got the receipt.
They've got collapsed sales and he's still making them.
Holy cow, this is actually his jump box too. Who is this guy? Usually it's our orange one in here.
Ready for round two?
Round 3.
Actually, yeah, round 3.
So is it turned up or turned down or?
No, it's still exactly the same as when you drove it last.
Perfect.
So she should be good.
It survived then. It's to survive now.
At some point, I think we need to turn it up for you, though.
Oh yeah. Turn it back up.
Yeah.
Turn it the first time.
Yeah, she was turned way up the first time. She lived.
Ripper, man.
You guys are connected now.
Oh yeah.
Wago and James have that special connection.
85 smell. That little hula girl. Man, this car, you know. It's just, sometimes you just gotta, you know, give them that good old blow up, and then they know, like, oh, that's my daddy.
I better behave.
Yeah.
Yeehaw!
She's a ripper.
She likes you now.
Oh yeah. She knows. She knows the deal.
Hell yeah, good old Wago. Holding up to the James test.
It knew. It knew. You know, you put a new battery in it. It was like something's about to happen today. I'm gonna be on my best behavior. I mean, this is actually a pretty comfortable car to cruise.
Yeah, other than the exhaust being kind of obnoxious, it's a pretty good
No
daily.
worse than Ruby on the street.
Yeah.
The exhaust right there. But I mean, you can cruise this thing.
Yeah, it's fun. It has radio, heater, it all works.
Yeah.
Got the subs in the back.
Yeah, you still got the Zebra.
Yeah.
Sub box back there.
It's back there.
For the tunes.
Yep. So you thinking for the next time we should turn it up?
Yeah, I think it's ready.
What about a built motor?
Well, the built motor and turned up, I'm ready. So we'll see if Wago's ready when the time comes.
What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. I'll build it just for James to rip it at like 600 or 700 horsepower.
Yeah.
All-wheel drive.
700. That's a good number.
Yeah. This thing would probably feel so sick on the street at 700 all-wheel drive.
700 on the street might make me build one. You know?
Get James into the Honda life. Bring him back to his 4-cylinder roots.
Yeah, I mean, I did have one Honda.
Did you? A Honda?
Single cam. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Turbo single cam I built. I actually built it for a buddy, and then I ended up with the car, bought it from him, but it was a 500 horsepower single cam V60.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
I think we don't have to fight anymore now. I think
No,
we're good.
I think that people should realize that, you know, me and this car are bonded. Kyle's good with it. No more fighting.
The beef's in the past.
Yeah, yeah. It knows now. Like, I can't blow up unless, you know, Kyle and James got to fight. You know, why would we want to do that?
Well,
It survived.
Wago survived the test. So that's 2 out of 3 now.
Yeah, good odds. Odds are looking good. I'll take 2 out of 3. You know, out of 1 out of 2. You know,
Yeah, we didn't end up on the side of the road asking for a tow.
You see where the dipstick
Yep,
is?
dipstick is still in
attached.
place.
So,
Didn't blow it out of there.
yeah, I'm excited, especially if you know put a built motor in this thing and it makes 600-700 horsepower, ripping it all-wheel drive. I think it'll be a blast.
I'll let you rip it all you want.
Yeah,
It's fun riding in it, honestly.
Yeah, dude, it's a fun car. It definitely this car makes me want an all-wheel drive Honda. Yeah, maybe next time you guys come to Florida, we'll do a 5-day build of a.
We'll do a
all-wheel drive
Honda build off. We'll just show up with this one already done.
We'll just build one.
And then we just bring this in like Romans and we just show up with ours that are already done.
We can buy some Hondas.
That would be sick. You guys could go JDM for a week.
Oh yeah. Go Honda life.
You guys might want to come look.
Oh,
What do you do? We leave for 1 second, man. What'd you do?
You need an alignment, damn it. It picked up a slight wobble.
What happened, man?
I swear it was
Fixed your
like
shock
that.
reservoir though.
Yeah.
That's
I taped that up though, and
Dude, I thought it passed the James test.
Well, apparently it didn't.
What happened, dude? It's like the bolt broke off.
Yes, sir.
Damn. Freaking James
runs
coming
me,
out here. Came out here and broke our Dune Buggy. Wago might have lived, but
Yeah, Wago might have lived, but Dune Buggy. Tough.
dang it, dude. He's broken good. All right, guys, we're actually just kidding. I'm the one that broke the Dune Buggy. So after we got,
Did it, I swear.
yeah,
He
after,
jumped it once, and then we're like, go faster. And
yeah,
then
this
comes
was
back
all
and
off
it's just
camera. I was just jumping it for fun. I was gonna kind of warm up to it and possibly film some more jumps now that it's running good. And I sent one a little too hard. It definitely cleared that whole
I
pad.
didn't even notice it though. Like, look at this drag mark.
Dude, yeah, and I drove it all the way back around with the tire like this.
Here. See how bad that is?
Oh yeah, look at all the
Drug
dirt.
all the way. We're over here yelling
When you
at
jumped it, when we were standing by the shop, and you jumped it, the entire bottom you could see clear as day. Like this thing was
Dude,
up on
it
the
got
lift.
some air, and I didn't put the seatbelts back in, and my head was like through the freaking ceiling. I was like,
It
oh,
almost ejected.
it was almost bad. But yeah, so we actually broke the Dune Buggy. It was my fault. If it happened while James was driving, it would have been pretty funny. But
You're like, do you want to go jump it? I was like, no, you go ahead and
I
jump
know,
it.
I asked him
Running
to go.
good. And second jump, he just sent it.
me and Brent actually noticed that bolt was kind of messed up. It was kind of bent. So what happened is it actually sheared this bolt off. That actually threads inside of there, and we found the piece out in the dirt over there. So these ends right here kind of go inside like that, and it just busted the end right off. But you could tell that it had been cracked for a while because it's not a clean cut all the way through. You can like see where it's kind of shaded around that area. So this needed to be replaced anyways. and we just busted it. So hopefully it's not too big of a deal. Everything should be fixable just with a new bolt. The axle might be kind of popped out of its socket, so we might have to double check on that. But
Well, it's those 930 CVs, so
yeah, it won't be nothing to
fall out. Yeah.
Yeah, it won't be too bad to fix.
No,
But
The boot's not torn, so if it did pop a ball out, you got it in your boot.
Yep,
Yeah.
got it in your boot.
dang. Broke the Dune Buggy. Good news is it's running really good, so
Yeah, it is running.
it's ripping. I wasn't able to jump it that hard till it was running right.
Yeah, well, you definitely jumped it hard.
Yeah, I know. I wish we were filming that. Well, James is getting out of here for tonight.
Yeah,
but
hitting the road. Wife surprised me with the trip to Colorado. I was like, I'm not going to Colorado without seeing my buddies. So came by the shop, hung out for a day, ripped some fun stuff over here. Did not break anything.
Yeah.
Left it breaking to you this time, so that's always good.
Yep.
So it's never, you know, goodbye. It's until next time with you guys. So see you in Houston for
Yeah, for
cleaning some
sure.
cars.
Thanks for hanging out, man.
Yeah, no problem, buddy. Thanks for having me.
And now we don't have to fight.
Yeah, we don't have to fight. Wago passed the test.
Yep. And so did the Dune Buggy.
Dune Buggy did too.
I need to fight myself for that one.
Yeah, you.
That was all me.
Shotgun a monster, stand in front of the mirror, and battle yourself for this. All
right. Deal. What an awesome day. James came down, got to rip the buggy, had so much fun. Accidentally broke it a little bit, sent it a little too hard on a jump, but I don't think it's going to be too bad to fix. I'm probably going to come back tomorrow, pull all that apart, and see how bad the damage is. Really wish we were filming that jump. My plan was just to kind of warm up and then start filming the jumps, but second jump in, it was just kind of full send. And with the power back up, with it not breaking up anymore, it freaking jumped. And yeah, definitely broke it a little bit, but we'll get her fixed back up. James got to drive Wago once again, and Wago's now 2 out of 3 for not blowing up. So yeah, it was a fun day for sure, but he got out of here. He's gonna be hanging out with his family and stuff, and they're just vacating up in Colorado. But that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Please consider subscribing, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you guys later.